my ball and the autographs.
Right, Keith. Great day, great start for Jumpers for Goalposts last Saturday. Fantastic turnout. But before we talk about that, can you tell us a bit what is Jumpers for Goalposts?
Okay. Jumpers for Goalposts is a community-led movement that encourages people of all age, race, ability to get out and just have an old-school game of ball. And what we found, I think, over the last 6 months that we've been doing this around the country or whatever, it creates such a positive vibe in communities. It's free. In the run-up to games, people are talking about it the week before. During the game, the amount of laughter that people have, you don't see it. I can't see it being created anywhere else. And for a month or more afterwards, people are still talking about the game. Those who maybe couldn't have made the game, I said, when's the next game? You know, it's just creating such a positive vibe, and it's all about people reconnecting. I mean, me and you are an example, Mick. We went to school together, we live in the same area, but we took different paths. Being honest, and if you're being honest, we never really sat down and probably had a good chat in probably 30 years.
At least,
yeah. Me and you've reconnected. We sort of found a common interest, even though you weren't really into ball, but you're doing all the camera work. So I suppose I'm good at, my strength is sort of mobilising people, and your strength is doing the videos and stuff. So when we merge our two strengths together, it seems to work. And that's Jumpers for Goalposts, all reconnecting with people, sharing a few old yarns. We've done stories on the website. 70-year-old chap from Canada sent us in a lovely story about his time when he lived in the inner city, playing games, and that nostalgia. It's that when you get out there, it's that freedom, because there's no structure to the game, there's no referees, no one telling you, mark him, do this, do that. Just get out, and if you play for 5 minutes and you're knackered, just walk off. There's no real huge commitment, but there is something magical when you turn up.
It is, no, there's undoubtedly, like, there's this great buzz about the place, you know, and there's nearly a giddy excitement, you know, amongst all the people. And it's everybody reconnecting, and it's those old stories being told, I suppose. Some of them are still refighting the old, you know, who scored, who didn't score, you know. No, so it is something that, as you say, I wasn't into football too much myself, but I've just found this just a fascinating experiment, and it's really coming on, you know, and it's just great to see those, you know, see those different faces that you vaguely know from your community, but then you see them, and then you're up front, and then you're able to chat, and then that's your name. Seen you around for the last 20 years, but I didn't know who you were, you know. So no, it's been really a positive experience, you know. So getting back to Saturday, you know, so this is the first game of the new year in Ballybrack. Anyway, I think there was a game in Galway already in the new year.
Yeah, it was amazing. It's the first time we sort of had a base, because we usually just meet down the end wall. But you know, we were sort of trying to predict the weather, and so we had a base over in the community centre, the project centre. So that's where we met, and jeez, you know, the turnout was. It always blows me away. I get a bit overwhelmed, the support. There was Irish international footballers, Keith Fahey, Richie, Sadlier, Paul Howard's always on board. Really funny guy, warm, gives you support in whatever way he can. We had families travelling down from Galway. They left at 7:15, I think, Saturday morning to arrive down. So it's great to be able to have a chat before the game with all these different people who turned up, and then, you know, when the game goes on, you line the lads up against the wall. You get two lads that pick teams. We always encourage people then, you know, because everyone doesn't know each other, so we always encourage people before the game starts, you know, share your name, where you come from and who you are, and then it's just get out and have a laugh.
Yeah, and they certainly did. I think I counted up to 40 on the pitch at one stage. Yeah. You know.
But we had some Leinster Senior League legends as well. Ross Ambry, Andy McNulty. But I suppose to get out, there was a guy there, John Crangle. He won't mind me saying, he's a big guy, probably hasn't played football in 25 years, and he got out, and he came over to me after a while and he says, do you know what, absolutely love it. He said, I might pay for it tomorrow, but I'm having a great laugh. Johnny Mason, an old friend of ours from Ballybrack, who's left Ballybrack a long time, he shared a little bit about his experience. He said it's the absolute best entertainment he's ever had in so many years. He said you can't replicate what goes on in Jumpers for Goalposts. The positivity that surrounds it, the laugh you have. It's totally non-competitive. And for this game, we had to introduce the old oranges at half time. Even that's nostalgic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, there is something magical about it, Michael. But yeah, and people can recreate this in their own community, and I suppose that's what we're looking for.
Well, that's where I was going to come on to. So this the match we've just played on Saturday there was marking another occasion because we've just partnered up with a charity that I know is close to your heart. So do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, we partnered up with Suicide Survive because I suppose me and you have had many a chat and said, where do we want this to go? Suicide Survive run a number of educational and mental health programs. For me, I've been on a journey with them over the last 6 years, and I think if people want to avail of their services, I think what they do is absolutely brilliant in communities around the country, in prisons, wherever they go. So what we're trying to do this year, we've decided, is on the 13th of June, in the lead up to Men's Health Week, is to try and get a game of Jumpers for Goalposts in communities in every county in Ireland. Now, we are stretching ourselves a bit. But look, I firmly believe we can do it, and so do you, so we're going to take on that challenge. So we're bringing SOS along with us, and if we can raise funds on that day for Suicide Survive, for them to be able to continue to run their programmes nationwide, wouldn't it be great? Absolutely. So, and I believe they were represented at the game on Saturday. Yeah,
well,
Robert Carley, who is acting CEO at the minute, he was there, and Rob wouldn't be a football man, he'll tell you himself, but he was amazed when he turned up that 60-70 guys got out of bed Saturday morning for a kickabout
on a muddy pitch.
That had no structure to it. No, he said, where's the referee? There's no referees, Rob. He was blown away, and he had a chat with the lads afterwards. I suppose tell them a little bit about SOS and what they do in communities and stuff. And on Saturday we also gave out to all the players a little leaflet that signposted people to services in Dublin. Like there is services out there, and I think SOS provide a huge service in people educating themselves around themselves. Who am I? What makes me tick? What doesn't make me tick? Why do we get upset about that? So I think when you find out about yourself, take that personal responsibility for your own mental health. It can only be good for that person, you know. So I hope that we can galvanise people to get out on the 13th of June as a sort of Remembrance Day for family members, friends, teammates who died by suicide, because suicide impacts everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I think that's a wrap for now, is it?
That's a wrap.
Yeah, see you back out on the
Give him a
pitch.
ball and he out of grass. He'll give you a move for the perfect pass.